Bangladesh, and it should be good afternoon in Norway. So I am
Yes.
Dr. Atiq here, and from Bangladesh, and with me my friend Vivika from Norway, and actually she's a life skill coach, and she likes the nature very much, and so this is a beautiful. I think it would be a good topic for us to discuss. The topic is who am I, and or should we ask who are you or who am I? Which would be correct? Vivika, you can introduce yourself a bit, and then you can just start. Is the question is should be who am I or who you are or who we are?
So I don't know. I think it's difficult to introduce myself because who am I? I don't know.
That's
Without
a good
all these
question.
names,
Yeah,
definitions, and so tell me, Atik, who are you?
I don't know. I don't know.
So, I mean, we often think about titles. Okay, I am a doctor. I am a professor. I am this and that. I am manager. I am. This is my name. This is my past, and I went to this school. I work in this job. But actually, so all these definitions do. Of course, we are attached to them in one way because
Mhm.
we believe, after a while, we believe that we are part of this.
Yeah.
But um, I mean, behind all that,
Hmm.
our life didn't start of being all this, all that we became, right?
Yeah.
When we are born, we have no name. We don't know anything. We don't have any degrees in university. Nothing. The only thing we have is happiness, love, and peace. So that is what we are. That is our true nature.
Yeah. Our true identity.
So, but after a while, yes, when while we grow, so we learn that actually we do have a name. If you observe small kids, when you give them name, first time they do not associate themselves with a name.
Right.
Yes. So, and when they call things and like something that is pointed to them, they cannot understand that it is something with them to do. So they cannot associate because
Mhm.
they are so free, they are so open. They living this moment.
Yeah.
Yes. They're not owning the things. They're not owning the definitions,
Mhm.
judgments, anything.
Yeah.
So so I mean,
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
we get
And
named,
yeah.
then we
Good.
get used to it little by little,
Hmm.
and we own them.
Hmm.
We become part of what we believe we
Hmm.
are because other ones show that to us.
Hmm. Yeah.
And but after a while, actually, these things start to owning us,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
then we, uh, because since we define ourselves within these frames, I
Hmm.
am this and that, so our identity is created within the frame.
Yeah.
That means anything that we think we are
Hmm.
is just within this frame.
Hmm.
And we are limited, from this point, we're limited to see
Hmm.
anything else
Hmm.
that we are not.
Yeah.
And that's why for people it's so difficult to understand each other because then everybody is so strongly identified with their experience of life, earlier experience, yes, with all these names and whatever is there. So they have this little world,
Mhm.
and like this, everyone have different worlds, and that's why people cannot see the world as it is. They can only see it through the lens of who they are, and who they are is just merely the past experience.
Mhm.
Yes, so just like this.
And actually, I can also find the resonance, because in modern neuroscience research, it is also revealed that our autobiographical memory, it is kind of a feedback loop, which is always getting updated. And actually our brain just refresh our autobiographical memory every moment by moment, depending on the information at hand at the time. So it's kind of Bayesian model. So uh, whatever information we have already stored in our brain, so that information mm, creates the illusion of reality, because reality is not what we we have, because our nervous system, our sensory organs are very limited. We get only every second, or tremendous amount of data comes to our brain, but we can notice only a few. So where all the data goes, because they are filtered in our brain, because our brain cannot handle with so much data. But then how can we create the reality? So actually reality is an illusion created by the brain. Why? For survival and for prediction, because brain is a predictive machine. So what you told is quite similar through the lens of neuroscience, because our what we just expect others to think about us, there's nothing matters. And today I was also listening a video by Alan Watts, and I also shared it, and it's a very small video, and it was like this: what if what happens when we die? So it's a kind of hypothesis. If we die, if I die, so maybe I could be born as a child, maybe. So if that is true, and if my memory is not there, that is, I cannot recall the memory of my past lives, if there is any, if there would be anything like this, then what would happen? Then actually it is already happening, because people, we are dying, and some are newborns are they are just popping up. So here it's a circle, it's a dance. So actually our individual identity is limiting, and the more we are confined with it, the more we are limiting our potential, we are limiting our bonding with others, isn't it? He.
Yeah, right. So it's true. Delusion, illusion of reality, and I mean the reality by itself is real. The illusion comes when we see just through our own filter, and because the only thing we can see is our past, because everything we define, because when looking, sensing, is already everything predefined in the moment we are observing. So whatever is predefined, it's already not here. It is before. And that's why this, how to say it, the cage of identity
Mm-hmm.
of creator of our past. And this is what illusion is, because i- just like a dream, because we can when we look, we can only see what is already within us. We
Mm.
cannot see anything else.
Yeah.
And that is how we cannot see things as they are. This is because things as they are reality.
Yeah.
We can only see things as we think they are. And that is very big difference. Because just staying in the moment without judgment, without any definition, without putting any meaning on something, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You are automatically in the moment.
Yeah.
But now your brain, your mind, it's so used to define everything and give everything its own colors. So
Hmm.
this habit is difficult for you. It's in the way for you to see the reality.
True.
So, but actually, it's in one way. So it's actually very easy, just working with the habits.
Hmm.
But because it's so easy, also for the mind is very difficult to understand, because mind likes complex things. It doesn't understand very simple down to ground. And that's why this practice also making it so difficult. Yeah.
That's a
And
beautiful. Yeah.
I when you said about death, you know what
Hmm.
I thought?
Mm-hmm.
Who is dying? Who is actually dying? Because I mean, if we go to the ground of this philosophy,
Hmm. So it's a
what
transformation
is
or it's
this
a cycle.
body?
Yeah.
What is this body? What is the mind? If we understand all this play,
Hmm.
is, is that body me, or this body is mine?
Neither. Yeah.
Is this body yours, Atik, or is it you?
No. There is no place of my personal identity in my body.
So, I mean, we are in this body, it is my body, but if I go inside my body, like close my eyes and go there visually, I cannot find myself there. I can say that I am not the my leg,
Hmm.
even though this is my hands,
Hmm.
but I cannot see that I am there.
Yeah.
So this body is mine, but it's not me.
No.
So, and the same, the identity. Okay, this body or this mind gained this and that in this life. And in one sense, maybe they are mine achievements, but they are not me.
Hmm.
So that's why when we're talking about death, this body, this mind are mine, but not me.
Yeah.
So in the moment of death, who is
Hmm.
dying?
Hmm.
The body,
Our
the
body.
ego,
Yeah.
but not me.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
makes
because
sense.
me is something before all of this.
Hmm.
That's why we can say, um, my, yeah, my body. That means there is me and my body.
Hmm.
That means me is
Something
somewhere
different.
before body. Ju- and just the same we say, my mind.
Hmm.
We're not, if we would be a mind, we
Hmm.
would say something different. But
Hmm.
we cannot manage to say that. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So my mind is because there is two.
Hmm.
There is one
Hmm.
who is saying,
First
whose
person.
mind is that? Okay. There is someone before. And
Hmm.
then the mind comes.
Yeah.
That's why they are ours, but they are not us.
Hmm. Because they do
So,
not exist at all. That's why you can't find them. The identity, the I.
yes, you cannot find them. If you search for them, you will never find them.
Yeah.
But we used to think this way.
Hmm.
We, it became a habit to think.
Hmm.
And we are so identified with this.
Hmm.
That's what it makes it difficult to comprehend.
Yeah.
Because now the real the real me, what was there from the birth,
Hmm.
and the now the identity that is being created,
Hmm.
they are so much glued together. And when it's, you know, when it's something very close to you,
Hmm.
you cannot see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
So you have to create a distance.
Hmm.
Okay. In a
Yeah.
distance you can see better. So, and the practice of awareness will will give you that, you will little by little have a distance from your
Hmm.
identity and yourself.
Yeah.
So you would see,
Hmm.
you would you would then manage to see that, okay, it's
Hmm.
me who are observing that, but it's not me.
True.
Yes, that was it.
Yeah. And I can add a few things along with. So uh, actually our brain, why we think like this, why the me things just arise from our consciousness, or from our thinking, or from our thoughts, or the interaction of our brain, because it is a like an interface. It's like an autopilot, or like a monitor, because the living organism, that is which is just inside this skin, it needs uh, to function coherently, so in an organized way. So to make it that kind of functioning together, there needs to be some kind of central observation, or some kind of measurement, so that it can just autopilot, and so that it can rearrange, or feedback whenever necessary. It can change, so that it can predict properly to survive. So for that kind of prediction, the self illusion is created. And I will add another thing lastly, that people might say that, okay, why should I leave our identity? If I am I work in an office or somewhere else, if I leave my identity, then people will thought me to be insane. But here is the twist: when I leave my identity behind, then I will act very differently. Otherwise, I would act like according to the book. I would be very much in a confined in a frame. So I would not be just the way I am. And when I would do that way, people will just think me to be an ordinary person like any anybody else. But when I just go beyond myself, that's okay. I am all alone. Everyone is just part of myself. Then the magic of reality happens. They will find me in a different way, in a different perspective. They will think me something different, something divine, something holistic or spiritual, isn't it? So
Yeah, actually, you don't even have to go beyond anything because you are already.
yes,
So you don't have to go anywhere. I
just
mean,
living the
you can,
identity.
yes, but it's it's very tightly glued, because you believed in this all your life. So
Mhm.
this process of just leaving your identity, okay, it's not so easy, as they say nowadays, just let go of your identity. Oh, you will try to let go, but you will see it doesn't want to go anywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
So, so, but it's very important to understand this process. So you do not have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
You already are.
Mhm.
It is disbelieving.
Mhm.
Yes, because you believe in your thoughts,
Yeah.
you have to understand
Mhm.
that your thoughts are just a product of your past.
Yeah.
When the thought
Mhm.
appears in reality,
Yeah.
you see only this,
Mhm.
okay? You only see your thought.
Yes.
So, you know, it is like a sun.
Mhm.
Everybody knows the sun is there.
Mhm.
So, when the sun is behind the clouds,
Mhm.
we don't say that the sun is gone.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
it is behind the clouds, but the sun is still there.
Mhm.
So when the clouds go away, we
Mhm.
know
Mhm.
sun was always there.
Yes.
And this process within us is just the same.
Yes.
The thoughts, they are like clouds.
Mhm.
What we have to understand, we have to take them as such,
Mhm.
as the clouds
Mhm.
passing by. Because, like the sun, also, when the clouds coming, sun doesn't attach to clouds and say, okay, now I am clouds. It is still the sun. But that's what happened. You know, when we see the clouds very long time, we start believing that we are part of them.
Mhm.
But actually, they just passing by.
Yeah.
So, and that is what, to remember that each single moment the
Mhm.
thoughts arise in your head.
Mhm.
You just have to remember that something that arises there, something that you see in form of the thoughts, is just your past.
Mhm.
You cannot create anything more. Even science has shown that a thought are only production of the past
Yes.
experience.
Mhm.
That they are created in the mind in approximately around 30 seconds after the experience.
Mhm.
But
To predict the
we
future. Yeah.
are we keeping the thoughts
Mhm.
that are even old as decades, as many decades. Yes, we're still having them
Mhm.
because strong identification with them.
Mm. Yeah.
Yes, so that's why the process is just to observing,
Mm.
understanding that any clouds going like you see in front of you,
Mm.
they're nothing more than just your past.
Yes.
So, and the reality you cannot see because you are too excited looking at the cloud.
Yeah. So that's
So I
fascinating.
think
Yeah, that's good.
actually it's very much simple.
Mm.
Yes, so we understand it's very clear
Mm.
when we talk about the sun.
Mm.
Yes, we know that the
Mm.
sun is there,
Yeah.
but just the same philosophy we can apply to ourselves, not identify ourselves with the clouds.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
why we do?
Mm. That's definitely
Hmm.
an interesting, yeah, aspect of life to think this way. Oh.
So and then since whatever we think,
Mm-hmm.
it's the past experience. We
Mm.
also in each moment we recreate
Yes.
our past.
Mm.
So that's why, per definition,
Mm.
we can not stay here in this moment.
Yeah.
Even though today is very popular to stay
Mm.
in the moment, but I think it's a little bit misunderstanding. It's like it's
Mm.
not doing a lot of things in this moment and just
Mm.
like
Mm.
it's just being here, right here, and feeling wonderful
Mm. Yes.
just because of being.
Mm.
Because otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
the thoughts, however they are, they will not make you feel so wonderful.
Mm. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you, V, and
thank
see
you
you
very
again.
much. Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye.